The year is 1998, and we're going to talk about Snake Eyes. To my left.
Bran.
To my right.
Christopher Lee.
Who am I?
I was like, they usually look at the camera, but wasn't there. So I'm just like, what do I do with my hands?
And I was ahead of the game this time because I'm like, because we're always like, we should do a beer that pairs up with the movie, and we never do. I did it this time. Laser Snake.
Snake Eyes.
Listen.
No, it's good. No, good. Very nice.
I assume somewhere there's a beer called Snake Eyes, so that's what I was expecting.
yeah.
But Laser Snake is also good.
Sorry, everybody.
Well, there's some lasers in this movie.
It's too bad.
I'm blue. Da ba dee. All right.
Great.
From Three Floyds. There you go.
Thank you, sir.
Good. I don't know why I said you said thank you. I said good. This new English language. It's all new to me.
The good old-fashioned Indiana Pale Ale. Wasn't expecting that.
It's not normal.
What do you say? Oh, yeah. Oh, well, wait.
That's definitely...
So probably like the main logo, it says India Pale Ale, but then in the description it says Indiana Pale Ale. So that's a thing. Special Bavarian hops that give Laser Snake its smooth, non-filtered appeal to all craft beer and micro enthusiasts. ThreeFloyds.com.
Tastes like an IPA.
Yep.
Yeah.
A little something on the end there.
Mm-hmm.
That's
not
the
bad.
snake.
Yeah. Oh.
Fresh brewed snakes. Monkey bleeds.
So racist.
No, it's from Indiana Jones.
It's still racist. I mean, no,
But it's Indiana Jones. The beginning of this with the reporter, like why for a fight? Why did she need to be out in that hurricane or
That kept
whatever?
happening too,
Yeah,
yeah.
I was like, okay, this is at first I'm like, oh god, I don't know if this movie is like this. I don't know about this.
Well, and also, because they're like, it's a tropical storm. But then it does get upgraded to a hurricane.
Yeah.
Hurricane Jezebel.
Is that what it was? I don't know.
that's a little.
Isn't that like a horror name or something like that? Like,
You Jezebel.
Yeah.
No, my feelings.
What are the key or the plot
Thank you.
keywords for this?
So if you're in the movie or in the mood to see this movie, Snake Eyes, be prepared for boxing, conspiracy,
Oh yeah.
assassination,
It's true.
casino,
Yes.
and something I wanted to bring up: long take.
I was gonna, I noticed that, and I wasn't sure if like I had missed a cut or something like that.
They are hidden, but it does give the appearance of a long take.
Right.
Huh.
Yeah, because when he's walking and talking with Gary Sinise, right?
A lot of the beginning is
Yeah.
And something I learned about myself, I don't know how to spell Sinise.
Yeah, I have no idea.
I'm like Sensei.
Wait, how do you spell it?
How did I spell? I didn't spell it right.
I did SINESE.
S-I-N. I spelled it SINEASE, but that just doesn't
Sinise?
look. Sinise?
I just wrote down Lieutenant Dan. It was
Which is-
easier.
Does he always play a military guy?
guy?
Yeah,
that
it
way.
seems like yeah. He gets that look, I guess. Yeah. My legs.
But even like his band is the Lieutenant Dan band.
Oh, I had no idea.
In real life or in a movie?
Yeah, and in real life.
I
No,
thought he had a band.
Lieutenant Dan didn't have a band. It's my destiny, rock it out.
I mean, that sounds absurd, but like, have you read the Forrest Gump book?
No.
It's absolutely batshit insane. He goes to space with a monkey. Forrest Gump, not Lieutenant Dan.
What?
So Forrest Gump, the movie, obviously based off the book Forrest Gump.
Right.
The book is way crazier than the movie. At one point, Forrest Gump goes to space with a monkey. I think I'm remembering that correctly. As well as books where I had to read it for a class and then just kind of like gave up halfway. But
I might want to give that a read.
And there was something crazy.
I had no idea it was a book. I just was like,
Well,
Tom Hanks,
the
whatever.
whole Jenny Forrest storyline was big, like really different too, right?
Jenny.
Yeah. If you know, I thought Tom Hanks was here.
Well, you know.
You know, it's always funny. I mean, whatever. It's not
really that funny.
No, I'll divulge this super secret information. So, for one of my billing companies, one of the security questions is who's your favorite actor?
Is it Jenny?
Tom Hanks.
Oh, there you go.
And they're always like, "Oh, very good choice." I'm like, "Thanks." So I didn't like. It took me a while to realize that he was a cop. No, a detective.
Yeah, I had no idea.
Nick Cage?
Yeah. Even when he flashed his badge at the beginning, I thought it was fake. I'm just
Right,
like,
yeah.
oh, whatever.
But yeah, because I think I even wrote something to that effect. Because yeah, it's like at one point they're like, oh, he's the local cop, but that's like he acts like he manages like the casino.
Yeah, I was thought,
So he's
I thought
like
he was
telling employees where to go.
Right.
I was like,
I thought he was like a
what?
bookie type kind of
Yeah.
guy, and I just love the
Well,
other.
yeah, and the whole beginning is like him like placing bets and stuff.
yeah.
And,
He's like, I'm Ricky. Ricky.
My very first note is I'm Ricky.
Yeah.
Well, and I was also wondering like if he was on drugs the whole time.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
He was
I think this
super
is
like
Nick Cage as Nick Cage.
Go. Yeah, at the beginning.
Right. But then also, so I straight up fell asleep during the movie.
Oh,
Oh.
So I had to
There you
rewind
go,
it
there you
and watch
go.
it. But here's something that I mean, this isn't breaking fucking new knowledge, but it's
Yeah.
just like if the character is shit or you don't care about the character, the movie's going to be shit no matter how good the storyline is. This movie is the like spoiler, like this movie is the most kind of I just didn't care what happened.
It's a meh. That's I watched it. I was able to go get through it, but there was really no point throughout it. Or was I like at the edge of my seat, or like,
Right.
oh, what's gonna happen next? They were just like, okay, on to the next.
Right.
Okay, on to the
It's-
next.
It was interesting. It was interesting because, like, as I was watching it, I was like, oh, now it's gonna happen because there's a lot of like layers and who's doing what and
Yeah.
like backstabbing. But I did have the thought of like, so like with Sixth Sense, you watch it, you get the twist,
Yeah.
and then it makes you want to watch it again,
Yeah.
to view everything with that new knowledge. But this is like you learn new things and it doesn't really change
Right.
anything.
Like-
So I feel like once you see this once, like that,
Yeah.
you're good.
Like,
you
right-
don't need to watch it again.
Right, like at the beginning when they're taking their seats and Gary Sinise like gets up and like goes, even though he's supposed to be the head. Right then, I'm like, okay, this side, yep, he's a bad guy. Yep, I know exactly what's going to happen. I know he's going to be bad, and Nick Cage is going to be good. It didn't really matter then,
Right.
what the plot's conspiracy, because I knew something was coming, so it wasn't really going to surprise me.
Though when he stood up and like talked to the redheaded
Yeah.
or whatever, my thought was like, oh, he's terrible at his job. Because
Oh,
that
yeah?
seems to be a reoccurring
Okay.
theme in these movies.
Right.
Is just
Yeah.
people being terrible at their jobs.
I felt bad for Luis Guzman.
For who?
Luis Guzman?
Yeah.
The guy in the beginning.
Oh,
yeah. Yeah.
Cyrus, I think his name was.
Yeah.
He had a very short-lived show on Fox.
He did, yeah. I don't remember what it's called.
Luis. I'm dead
Luis.
serious. Yeah.
He always gets those like roles, like the very small ones, that,
Right.
like, but it's always memorable and stuff. At least for me, but I can't remember any of them.
I do like when Cage jabs that paparazzi guy.
When was that?
I'm trying to. Is that after someone gets?
Yeah. It's after the guy gets shot.
Yeah.
Oh,
He's like,
yeah.
Get the media out of here. And the guy's like, oh, I'm just doing my job. He's like, oh, bah.
It's just like, very good.
And I think it's actually later on in the movie, but like the old boxer who was like in the boxing match or whatever.
Yeah.
He's like the older guy.
Yeah.
Spoiler alert, the one who like takes the fall.
Yeah. Yeah.
Lincoln Tyler or something like that.
Tyler.
His punching form was weird. Like it was all like full arm
Yeah.
and like
Yeah.
being this like world champion boxer. I'm like that.
Yeah, he didn't
It doesn't look good.
He didn't like get himself ready for the role.
Yeah.
It's kind of like, I just got to go like that. Okay.
Yeah, well, it's interesting though because before the fight, when he's in the back room and he's like shadow boxing, like
Yeah.
that looked good.
Yeah.
but in the fight, he's just like,
Yeah.
I was like,
yeah, it's
"Ooh."
really.
Mike Tyson's punch out.
yeah,
Sounds just like it. Oh, yeah, there you go. Oh, God. Oh, geez. I don't know what's happening.
that was another clip I'll have to find.
Oh, yeah. Thank you for the paperboy clips, just so I didn't seem insane. Ryan's on drugs again.
Because the guy Cage played Rick Santoro.
Not Rick Santorum.
I kept on thinking Rick Santorum. I'm just like, each time, then I would get Rick Santorum. I get his the face in my head. I'm like, I don't want to be thinking about this guy. Like, this is like Pennsylvania senator. You're not even a senator anymore. In your face, Rick Santorum.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm taking my stand.
I'm a Howard Dean guy.
Just nothing but clipping.
So yeah, the
like, where do you even start in this
I know.
movie?
He said, how many times did he say fight night before everything went down? Nick Cage. But it's fight night. You know,
when
it's
he's
fight
talking to
night.
his wife and stuff.
Yeah, but gotta go fight night.
right.
Oh, I'm just like, okay, we know it's fight night. Just please.
Yeah, I mean, because essentially the whole thing is like the defense secretary gets shot.
Yeah.
Because he was trying to put the Knicks on some
like an air missile defense program.
Right.
I'm like Knicks, like the basketball team. Like,
Patrick Ewing was there.
Yeah, like, Knicks.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was someone that worked on this missile air defense system that found out it doesn't work, even though everything was fudged saying it does.
They lied about the results.
So she was trying to tell the defense secretary, like, I have the evidence right here that it doesn't work, and he was going to cut it.
I didn't realize, and they don't really reveal it till the end, but I didn't realize that, like, she was actually trying to show the secretary, like, slides. Like, here's the PowerPoint. Like, I was like, I thought, like, she would just, like, give him an envelope. Hey, check these out when you got time.
Here's
Not like
clip notes for you.
Yeah.
It's and like we were saying, like, you don't realize it at first, like, who's all involved. That's kind of the whole plot of the movie.
Yeah, I did like the flashbacky stuff,
the first person stuff.
I
hated
that. Well, the first time it happened, I didn't like realize what was happening.
Right.
The first one also goes back in time as well.
Yeah.
So like I was watching it, and then all of a sudden, like, it goes back in time, and it's in first person. I was like, wait, what's happening? Where are we?
Kinda confusing.
I don't like the first person stuff. I think if they would have just went back in time and just shot it without the first person, it would have been much better.
I agree.
But it was still cool for like, because it kind of gives you like, so that's why this happened. It explains the steps of it. So I thought that was pretty neat. Wasn't this like Brian De Palma or something?
No, this was...
I forget. I know it was a popular name. I just don't remember.
Next movie is Schumacher. I know that.
Yeah. I remember that.
I don't know if...
No, I think it was.
I really do think it was Brian De Palma that did
look
this.
It up and hopefully not lose the recording. Snake eyes.
So anyway, after the whole like shooting thing, Nick Cage, he's trying to help his buddy Lieutenant Dan. He's trying to help him because Lieutenant Dan left, and he's like, I left. This could be more court martial, and he's like, don't worry, I got this. I got you covered. You just tell your version of the truth, what really happened, type stuff.
Brian De Palma.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Writer and director.
Oh yeah. Well, there you go. So he like. Nick Cage just takes control of the crime scene until the FBI gets there.
Right.
Then he goes when he goes to go to talk to the champ. That way, the freakouts he had. Oh, that was great.
The champ has, right?
They both did.
Yeah, they both did.
Yeah.
That's what made me like. So because like him and Lincoln Tyler, the boxing guy, and then Nick Cage were having this conversation. Every now and then, the manager guy would interject, and Lincoln Tyler, he'd be like, no man, come on, be quiet, and like it's just kind of it starts right here. And then like they're talking a little bit longer, and then the manager interjects again, and Lincoln Tyler's like, "What did I tell you?" It's like escalates like that.
Yeah,
I'm like, but the other thing when I forget who's talking about it. I think it might be one of the guys on the security team, and Nick Cage. They're talking about like all the people involved, and they're like, 5 people makes a conspiracy.
Yeah.
Is that a thing?
I don't know.
I had no idea.
I think maybe 2 can do it or 1 can do it. Yeah, whatever. I just know
I don't think it's a conspiracy. It's only one person.
Yeah. But I love the part where the guy's like, they're talking about the camera systems, and there's like, bitchin' technology.
Yep, I wrote it down.
Oh yeah.
Oh god. But yeah, and they keep going to that first person. Like, so essentially, what they do is like every time they keep going to someone else's kind of vantage point of the whole thing, they go back to that first person view. Like, so first they do it with the boxing guy, then they do it with Gary Sinise.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, because I remember I remember the part where he was talking to the redhead. He keeps on looking down at her boobs the entire time.
Oh yeah.
That hair didn't look real.
It did
Almost.
not. No, it did not look real.
It looked like a wig.
Yeah, because it was. Oh.
No.
Yeah, it was.
The other girl.
The girl in white.
No,
that was
because
a wig.
that was a wig, but she had a wig too because remember she was one of the soldiers.
Oh,
Remember when he went down?
right.
Yeah.
Everyone's got wigs.
Yeah. Because even the guy that was planted to make the whole thing begin in the crowd, that was like,
Here comes the pain!
Yeah, here comes the pain. Which a guy screaming, "Here comes the pain," and then like 10 guys just jump on him and start beating him up. I'm just like, I don't know why.
Yeah, why did that happen?
Yeah, maybe.
Okay.
Because it looked like it was the boxer's entourage.
Yeah, it was
beat
the
him up.
champ's entourage. It's like, really? He just said, "Here comes the pain."
Okay. Who was in... I'm skipping way ahead here. Who was in the concrete pillar?
Yeah.
No one was in the pillar. It was the ring from the redheaded girl.
No, they showed someone being dipped down into
they
it.
dipped some. Remember when it's like, okay, stop, and then he's like, okay, go,
What's
and
that
then
part
it's
I
going down, and they showed the hand.
Yeah.
And you're supposed to know from the
Right.
hand, and I'm just like, I don't know who this is.
Because here's the
When
thing.
they're dipping it, they show a hand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And here's the thing. I got so confused that I actually looked it up.
Uh-huh.
And there's like all sorts of debate online.
Oh.
So, because some people think it was the redhead. And then some people...
It's her ring.
Is it?
Yeah.
But it looks like a guy's hand.
I thought it was a guy, and then at the end with the ruby or whatever that was that gem, I'm like, why did they show this? Why is this in the concrete? Like, I don't understand this part.
So going to the trivia, the end. Well, first of all, the end credits just took forever.
Oh
I was
my God.
Why are we looking at this construction?
I know.
crew?
I got so angry. I'm like, this is
Well,
the
I kept on
stupidest.
skipping like 15 seconds, thinking like something was gonna happen.
Right.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, oh, it's just.
And for the longest time, it's just a close up of a dude's hand. Like in construction work. I was like,
This is dumb.
yeah. End credits scroll over construction site scene, presumably the new casino, closing in tighter and tighter until the final shot is of a bright red jewel embedded in a concrete pillar that the workmen are installing. Blah, 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 blah. The ring was worn by the red-haired woman / Navy agent who was part of Commander Kevin Dunn's scheme.
Okay.
But what were people online saying? What were the
They were
theories?
saying it was the... I think they were saying it was the Here Comes the Pain guy, I think.
Oh.
Well, they were both dead, so I mean,
Right.
it could be either or. But like, I thought it was a guy because
I mean,
you said like
like
the
the
hand
It looked like a guy's
It looked
hand.
like a guy's hand. Yeah.
Maybe the terrorist? No.
No,
they were taking him away.
Yeah.
It did make me laugh when the Here Comes the Pain guy does get shot. He does a full 360 and then falls over.
Yeah. And he's like, and then like he looks up at Lieutenant Dan, and he's like, I'm shot. Like he didn't even realize that he shot. I'm like, I'm shot. Like, I'm sorry. Puts him out of his misery.
Nick Cage's probably favorite, not comeback, but his like favorite put down is calling someone a girly man.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know.
He only says it twice, but
Yeah. I remember him saying it.
It did make me laugh when Nicolas Cage is going through all the replays. Obviously, he's trying to figure out who did the shooting and all that. So he's watching all the security footage, and he like watches like the in-ring footage. And so wait, the boxer didn't get shot. Oh, it's because the one boxer like totally airballs, swings but totally misses. But the one boxer like does like a
Yeah.
That just got me.
Yeah, it was ridiculous. You know what? This kind of reminded me of The Rock. Like
How so?
the plots, like in The Rock, it had whatever his name. He was doing it for the soldiers to get them recognition. And here, Lieutenant Dan is doing it to get that. He's like, it's good. The air system, like we need it. It's gonna work. So like that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Except Lieutenant Dan was willing to kill for it, where in The Rock he wasn't. So I'm like, oh, there's kind of some similarities there.
So why the whistleblower girl? Why couldn't she see like the entire movie? Was it blood loss or
her glasses broke?
Oh, it was a glasses thing.
Yeah. When she found
my glasses.
Yeah, well, when she actually did get shot in the arm.
Yeah,
'cause they were going to kill her too.
I thought it was like a blood loss thing or something.
She fell, of course, and then her glasses fell off, and someone stepped on them because everyone was running.
Yeah,
because I was so confused about that too until when her and Nick Cage were sitting down in that stairwell, and she told him everything. And she's like, yeah, my glasses. Like, and then I'm like, oh, that's right. She's got glasses.
Well, and that whole scene was shot with like a soap opera Vaseline like filter on it. I was like, oh, that's weird.
Which I was hoping for more of a freak out during that time when she's like, oh, your best friend is the one that did this. He's like, no, it can't be that. Yeah. And it was like, I'm like, come on, give me some more.
Yeah. The whole beginning though, like up until the shooting, Nick Cage is pretty fucking nutty.
Oh yeah,
he's pretty amped up.
I'm Ricky. And hey, baby. Yeah, if you're looking for good, like, I don't call it Nick Cage freakouts, but just good Nick Cage.
Yeah.
Like the first 20 minutes of this movie is pretty good.
Yeah, first 20 to 30, yeah.
Because it's just him being all sorts of batshit crazy.
Yeah. Right.
When the boxer does get knocked down, he goes, flop, splat, that's you.
Now the blonde hair chick, the whistleblower, she's trying to get out of this place, but she can't because she knows if she gets stopped, like she'll get caught or killed or whatever. She doesn't really know. So she tries picking up this guy. Yes. He's spending like some stuff. I recognized him.
Right.
You know, I couldn't tell you his name, but I recognized him. And she pretended to be a hooker. And she's like, can we go to your room? Can we go to your room? And they go up there, and she starts asking him for help. He's like, oh, I don't want any part of this. She's like, I'm a happily married man. What are you trying to do? And he's like, oh, okay. And then like at the same time, like Nick Cage and Lieutenant Dan are both trying. Like they show like from their not the first person, but they show they're both going to the same place. Like there's a lot of
security cameras and stuff like that.
So, and I thought it was really weird how they were like that part where they were going over the hotel rooms.
I thought that was kind of cool.
I'm just like, man, the one with the beer.
I feel like
I would have been so pissed if I was with those guys.
Yeah, like the couch.
I feel like they went to that well a lot though. The whole going through a wall thing.
Yeah.
The overhead view was kind of cool though.
It was cool, but I'm just like, I didn't know why they really needed to do it, but it was like I said, it was neat.
Yeah,
it was a different perspective. But man, I didn't get angry, but I was just like, if those were my friends in that room and everyone starts opening like beer cans and spraying beer at everybody, I would have been like,
pagan shit.
Yeah, I would have been like, no, I'm out of here. I can get in my own room. I don't need to be with you people. It would have been
So when Gary Sinise finally catches Nick Cage and he has the boxing guy beat him up.
Yeah.
And all good stuff.
Well, before that happens, because Gary Sinise is like, you know, like we could work together. Like, well, but the thing that's crazy is like, like how much money do you want to stay quiet?
Right.
Miguel's like, how much money do you want? 250,000, 500,000, 750,000, $1 million. I was like, whoa.
Yeah.
Well, not being financially responsible with your money.
You know what I caught there? He's like, all you got to do is tell me where she is and you can have the $1 million. He's like, you always take the money. And then Nick Cage is like, you could tell he's like mulling it over in his mind. And he looks down and there's that $100 bill with the blood on it.
Yeah.
Blood money. He wouldn't take blood money.
Okay.
I was like, because I think that's why they showed
blood money
it.
A phrase?
Yeah.
I've heard of blood diamonds.
Yeah, blood money.
Thing.
Yeah. Blood money's a phrase. Yeah. I couldn't tell you like where it's from or anything, but yeah, I thought because I'm like, why would they have shown the money on the ground for like 5 seconds with blood on it?
Yeah,
for a reason. First weird. I'm just like, why'd they do that? And I started thinking like, okay, so that's blood money, and if Nick Cage takes the money, that girl's dead, so he's getting money from blood,
right? So
he was kind of like trying to like tie it in. I'm like, oh, it's all clever. Okay, right. Brian De Palma, look at you.
What else did he do?
He's doing one of the next movies. I forget what it's called. Like I'll say Bring Out Your Dead, but it's something to that effect.
That's from Monty Python. Bring out your dead. But so when Gary Sinise finally he kind of catches up with Nick Cage and he has the boxer guy beat him up. He falls over.
Yep.
So we all have choices that we can make when it comes to acting.
Yep.
So most people, after he's laying down, Gary Sinise picks up his head and like so most people would, this will be for the people who watch the podcast.
Hey, watch us on YouTube, everybody.
They would do this, maybe something like that. Nick Cage goes and his mouth wide open, as if you like if that face can make a noise, it'd be
So I love that they said the name of the movie too. When Gary, he's like, you know what that means? It's Snake Eyes. House wins. And I'm like,
I don't like when movies do that.
Oh, it kills me. I'm just like, I know you don't have to do this, but every time it does, I'm just like, oh, they did it, but I don't like it. But I'm just like, oh my god.
God, if every movie did it.
Dude, when Nick Cage is getting beat up and he spit his blood on Lieutenant Dan's on all his badges. And then he takes like a napkin and he starts rubbing it in. Like he didn't like blot. He's like, ugh, like that, rubbing it in his back.
But those are like pins, though, so it would wipe off. Not on the cloth itself. Yeah,
no, those pins are made like it's a thread.
No, they're metals.
Yeah,
no, they're pins.
No, but what the pins are made of, they actually use thread, I believe, for them. I don't think it's like a metal pin. I actually believe it's thread. I thought. Maybe I'm wrong.
Oh, I thought it was threads or metal.
Yeah. Oh, that's ooh.
I'll love to.
Well, let us know in the comments.
Yeah,
if what it is, because we're a little confused.
When and then later, so as a result of Nick Cage getting super beat up by this boxer, his face is all swollen.
Yes.
So at the end, like Gary Sinise, like he's like, we don't have to do this, blah blah blah. You know,
like when the cops come.
Yeah, Gary Sneed's like, oh, you know.
Well, wait. So rewind really quick. Well, I left that rewind because the part I want to talk about is because Nicolas Cage realizes that there's this like eye in the sky blink thing that actually recorded.
Great song, Eye in the Sky. Alan Parsons Project.
Uh-oh.
I just remembered a dream I had last night. And it had to do with the song Serious by Alan Parsons, the Chicago Bulls one.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I can't remember anything, but I remember that song was in it. Sorry, go ahead. I'm here now.
So, Nicolas Cage realized that the eye in the sky blimp thing actually captured footage of Gary Sinise shooting the terrorist and working with the terrorist, whatever. Regardless, Gary Sinise was guilty.
Yeah.
So Nicolas Cage figures that out, and then Gary Sinise catches him. He's like, he tries to buy him off. That doesn't work.
Yeah.
But then Gary Sinise like walks over to like the video monitor, and on the remote,
there's a
button that says erase. I was like, what do security systems have an erase button?
Right. After Nick Cage gets beat up, and Gary Sinise's like, is it when the police show up?
It's okay. So Nick Cage locks the whistleblower in a room for her safety. Like,
where was that room?
I have no idea.
Dude, the whole schematics of that whole building
no idea how they got to where they were at.
It seemed like where she was like outdoors or something.
Yeah, but it was part of the casino, but also part of the place where the fight was held. It was all part of it was very strange how it was all like put together.
Yeah.
But there was like a number code or a badge or something to get into this room. And so when Nick Cage finally gets up, Gary sees he puts a tracker on Nick Cage to follow him because he knew once he got up, he would go to the girl. So smart.
Right.
And so Nick Cage does that. He goes, and then that's when
it's pretty funny because at this point, Nicolas Cage has already been beaten up and he's all swollen, funny looking. I'll probably use it as a thumbnail for this episode. And but as he's walking towards the door, he's like, and then he's like, we don't have to do this. He's like,
I'm like, oh my god.
Good.
So the door gets open, and
it gets open because Gary Sinise shoots the gun and the police van like crashes at the same time, and that opens the door.
So the van is fine. Like the front of it is in the room with the girl, and Nick Cage is in there also. And so the cops are fine, but they're just looking in the room. And because they were like driving that way, but like there was like a ball or something, a big metal object like falling towards.
So two things about that is one, that reporter is back again, like not necessary. And then trivia. Okay, so apparently, I'm going to paraphrase this because this is really long trivia. But I guess like the original ending it was supposed to end with like a giant like flooding storm, tsunami waves and shit.
Yeah.
So when that police van is like on that road to the casino, that's why there's like giant waves coming in and stuff.
Yeah.
Basically, it was cut out because it would have been like all CG and whatever.
No.
But when I read that makes sense because at the very end, Nicolas Cage is like, "Oh, I could have died in that tunnel." Like, I don't know if you caught that.
Yeah.
He said, like, Nicolas Cage said something like, "Oh, I could have drowned in that tunnel."
Yeah,
or something like that.
that's right.
And
Yeah,
when he said that, I was like, "Wait, what tunnel?"
Yeah, I didn't understand.
And so I guess the whole ending was like they filmed. Well, I mean,
They filmed
it, but they didn't finish it with the CG.
Okay.
So that's why that.
Yeah,
that
I didn't
line
understand why I said that.
Yeah. So I guess it was supposed to happen right there when the
Okay.
police come up because of the waves and yada yada.
See, well, and I don't understand this. So Gary Sinise, or he's still in his like uniform,
Yeah.
like with the Navy. Yeah, so you
Admiral,
could
whatever.
tell that he's like still he's part of the military.
Yeah.
Right.
And the cops, they pull it, like,
Yeah.
they start, and they look at him and like he's the bad guy,
Right.
But he's got a gun and he's like, no, these are the suspects. Wouldn't you think that the cops would be like, that's a military guy telling me that these are the suspects, these two schmucks. I'm going to listen to the military guy.
Yeah.
It made no sense.
Yeah, I agree. I have the exact same thought.
Yeah, and then the kid's like, no, snake eyes. Again, you're just like, oh, okay, that's great. And then, So Gary Sinise, he's like staring at him. He's like, he knows he's caught. He freaks. He has a kind of little meltdown. And he like turns around to open the door to leave, and door doesn't open.
Yeah, and then what? One of the police officers shoots him.
No, he shoots himself in the chest.
Okay.
And that's why I'm just like,
Because I thought he might shoot himself, but like do like through the head or whatever.
Yeah, I thought he was going to shoot himself in the head.
You see the bullet hole like through his back. So I was
Right,
like, did one of the police officers shoot him?
He took like the gun and then I figured he might just do the head.
Yeah.
It must have been like cheaper special effects wise just to like do it to the chest and stuff. But yeah, it just went right through. He was dead. And then
But then they did that. They did that whole thing where like they like show like TV clips and then Nick Cage it's like Nick Cage getting an award and then it's him getting indicted.
It was funny though because when they're talking about how he's a hero and stuff, it's like him at this basically the mayor. It's this huge
in like a town square type
yeah,
thing.
the mayor is giving him an award and then he's just like.
Yeah.
Like Zelda style.
Yeah. Well, like, cause like when Gary Sinise was trying to tell him, like, if you follow through with this and don't take the money, you think they're going to think you're a hero. You're not a hero. You're going to get corruption charges.
Yeah.
You're going to do this. And he still went on and did it. And then I kind of, because when movies like, it could have ended with Gary Sinise shooting himself and then the movie ends. It could have really stopped that.
I did think it was kind of happy ending.
It was nice to see that they followed up with what his life is, like what really happened, and so there were corruption charges, like he was. And then at the end, he's just like looking like out at a boardwalk. He's like somewhere,
Yeah.
And then
he's about to go to prison.
Yeah. And the whistleblower comes up to and she's like, you didn't have to do what you did.
But then all of a sudden she's really into him.
Yeah, it made no sense. She's like, well, but can I call you in 12 to 18 months? And she's like, okay. Yeah. And then he's like, he gives her a kiss on the cheek, and he's about to walk away, and then she's like, no. And she goes and she plants a big old smacker on him. And then, there you go. Yeah.
And then we talked about it. So like then, they start rolling credits, and it's like the construction crew.
Yeah. This guy comes up. This has been like the foreman. He's like, okay, come on, guys, let's go. And everyone's like, oh, like they're all like, shucks, we have to get up and go to work.
And they're playing a garbage song, if I recall. Like, snake guys! I'm like, oh, God.
Yeah, and then I'm just doing, like they said, like the 15-second kind of fast forward, seeing, like, is this going to be a thing?
Right.
Yeah.
And then all you see is that jewel or whatever in the concrete, the ruby.
I think it was actually.
And I'm just like, oh, okay. Well, that was the end of it.
Yeah.
It's kind of was like, okay.
Yeah, if you're watching this on YouTube and you've seen the movie, just put your theory in the comments because I would love to know what
let us know what you think. Definitely.
Trivia for this movie. So the opening 20-minute Steadicam sequence was not actually one continuous shot. There are numerous hidden edits. At least 12 minutes of the sequence was done in one take.
It's still super tough.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So it's impressive.
Yeah, it's very seamless.
Yeah.
So, and I totally didn't even realize this, but so one of the actors in the movie, the guy who played Kevin's dad in Home Alone.
Yeah. John Hurt.
He was the defense secretary's other guy. Him?
What's his name?
Well,
I know who you're talking about.
There's an actor in this movie named Kevin Dunn. But Gary Sinise's character's name is Kevin Dunn. This caused confusion between the two actors, obviously.
Yeah.
And according to Dunn, much to his surprise, he was given a penthouse suite in a fancy hotel during filming. But then the crew realized that basically it is for Gary Sinise, not for the real Kevin Dunn.
That's good. I like that.
The role of Kevin Dunn was originally written for and offered to Will Smith. So basically, Gary Sinise's character was originally offered to Will Smith.
Oh, I don't like that.
Yeah, like Will Smith as a villain.
I think if Will Smith would have had the Nick Cage part,
I could see that.
I really could see that. Like, well, yeah.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
We're going to get you hitched.
I never saw it.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Hitch, no, I'm just like, I do not want
Welcome to Earth.
Pow. That was the punch.
You want my security clearance? What is that smell?
Oh, God. He's turning into Will Smith.
I got to give you one of these.
They were just like waiting for the next line. Peace. There we go.
Did not promise you fireworks.
You know, that's impressive. I have to say, good job. I'm proud of you.
I'm going to NASA.
Oh, God.
He never said that.
I don't remember that.
Got a thing for dolphins. Remember Harry Connick Jr. in that? No? It was his buddy. Yeah,
not at all.
Yeah.
I still
and he
don't.
does that really bad, he does like the pastor things, like
okay,
on the third day, like good word there, bottom
yeah, okay.
Sounds borderline racist. I just like him so much. So.
You don't understand. I just really like you. I just really love you.
Why didn't he love me?
There
you go. Yeah. Dude, I'll still watch that clip.
Yeah.
And I was just like, you get like your eyes start watering a little bit. You're just like, oh man, that's one of the best like parts of a sitcom, like I think ever. Really, the part with Uncle Phil and oh man, if you know what we're talking about, it's people might not know.
So people might be confused. Actually,
No, it's the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. It's an episode where
basically Will's real father comes back.
He comes in and says he's gonna take him on the road with them, but then ends up ditching him, and then Will kind of like talking to his Uncle Phil he lives with, like, I don't need him, I don't want him, and then also he has a breakdown. It's like, why doesn't he love me? And it's super like it's a super emotional, but it's fantastic. So if you haven't seen it, do like Will Smith like dad Fresh Prince something in Google. It's good.
It's good.
It is good. Also offered the role for Kevin Dunn, Al Pacino, which I could see that being good.
Oh, I don't know.
Because the main scene that I'm thinking about is after the boxer beats him up. Mm-hmm. Like Gary Sinise had this really sweet monologue of like basically just telling Nick Cage like, you're fucked, you're going down, just like yelling at him.
Right.
And so like I could see Al Pacino doing that.
Wait, Al Pacino was offered Gary Sinise's role?
Yes.
Yeah, I could see that.
Yeah, I think so.
Charlie!
Yeah.
Also plays a military person a lot.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. You guys convinced me. I wasn't really too sure about that, but
it got away. It's another visual joke.
Does he do the mouth thing?
No, I probably can't. That's just me kind of getting into character.
Al Pacino. That was my Al Pacino.
Al Pacino as the Tasmanian Devil.
Who's that narrator?
This summer has gone to the dogs.
Oh, God.
Al Pacino plays a German Shepherd. Bark, bark! Look at that bone.
Rob Schneider is a schnauzer.
Oh, Al Pacino and Rob Schneider together. Imagine that. Imagine that movie.
Well, now, do you mean Rob Schneider or do you mean
John Lovett or Steve
no.
Buscemi?
Yeah,
I do mean Rob Schneider. Yes, definitely Rob Schneider.
all 5, 6 of them
Yeah,
or whatever.
exactly.
Or no,
Like,
5, 4.
It's a tiny man.
Huh.
Have you seen his wife?
Rob Schneider's
Yeah.
really hot.
Yeah.
His daughter's good looking.
All right.
It's that girl who does that one song.
The one with the thing?
What?
Yes.
Awesome. I love songs with things.
Oh, yeah. The song that we used to do. Yeah.
No, you still lost me.
Oh, X's and O's.
Oh, okay. Really?
That's Rob Schneider's daughter.
No fooling?
Honest.
What's happening? Yikes. This, I was so confused by the wording of this. So, still IMDb, still trivia.
Yeah.
The film could have ended with Julia visiting Rick in prison. Could have ended that way. Like, they didn't film it, they didn't script it.
You know, we
It
could have done this. You know, you could have been eaten by a shark.
Yeah,
too.
right.
It could have happened. You know, whatever. Went on the moon. You know, just fun stuff.
Yeah, so that confused me.
Kurt Russell also could have busted through the wall and yelled "Surf's up!" Like,
And we went.
It's like the Kool-Aid Man.
oh yeah, Kurt Russell is the Kool-Aid guy.
He's just red. He's not even fat. He's just. He's
Are you really sunburned? No, I'm
super
Kool-Aid
ripped.
guy.
He's like, I'm just the Kool-Aid guy. Go
Just
on, guys.
wearing a red t-shirt. Low budget movie.
Oh yeah.
To give you an idea of when this film was made, Nick Cage won an award for this. The Blockbuster Entertainment Award.
That doesn't count.
Yeah. So for favorite actor in a suspense film. So that's a thing.
Little do they know they'd be out of business in probably like 8 years.
Wow, what a difference.
Yeah. Your face.
That's their Blockbuster video.
In
Wow,
your
what a
face,
difference.
Blockbuster. I got nothing against you.
Budget for this movie, $73 million.
Ooh.
That seems low.
I thought that was
That's
high. I thought that seems high for this because they weren't. It's not like they went a bunch of places. They were really in the only one place.
Yeah. And they cut out the giant CG ending.
Yeah,
so.
yeah.
So budget was $73 million.
I'm going.
I'll give you a hint that it did well.
Oh, really?
Well,
Wow, it did wow.
It did better than $73 million.
I'm gonna say, man, I'm gonna say like 107.
I think 125.
104 million. It's pretty close.
Ooh, look at you. Oh, God. Fucking nerve. That was a little too high.
Yeah.
I'm Will Smith.
I gave it a cold.
Is that your tough quote? That's not bad. The dinosaur.
He's not Porky Pig.
Hey, that's Jeff Goldblum. That's Jeff Goldblum.
I gotta watch this Hot Ones still.
Yes, so did I.
I don't know.
You watch Hot Ones?
Hot ones that what are hot?
Wings. Oh, I want wings now.
Dude, yeah, I haven't had wings in a while.
Yeah.
Oh, hot ones when they eat the thing and they say the stuff. Yeah, no,
Jeff Goldblum's on this.
he did he did one.
He just did one.
Okay, I gotta check that out then. Yeah.
If
Okay,
we finish soon enough, we should maybe get wings.
Hot Wings.
Oh boy.
Welcome to Earth. Sorry.
We did plot keywords. Taglines. He's got 14,000 eyewitnesses and no one saw a thing.
Yeah.
Which, to me, that just makes me angry because it's like, oh yeah, there were a lot of witnesses and they didn't interview a single person.
Yeah. It was we need to get your picture before you can leave. Right. Thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm like,
Whatever.
Okay.
And I think that's everything. We did plot keywords, budget, trivia. We went over the movie. That's all I got.
4K. Do you recommend it?
Do I recommend it?
The movie.
Oh yeah. Do you recommend the movie? And what's your top 3?
I do not recommend the movie.
Okay.
It just wasn't like there was like a little mini freakouts throughout here, but there was really nothing like it didn't grab you, it didn't keep you. Like if I didn't, it's like it almost felt like a chore to watch it because like I said, you could feel like you knew that you knew that somebody was going to end up being bad. There was going to be a thing, and I was like, oh my god, this happened. It's like, yeah, okay, well, even though because when you know something's going to happen. It doesn't matter what happens. It's still not going to be a surprise.
Right.
So, yeah. So, top 3, I would say it's probably changed.
Ooh.
It probably has changed. Con Air. Oh, God. Firebirds.
Solid.
And I'm going back to Valley Girl.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. Con Air, Firebirds, Valley Girl. So, going back to the older stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
Brian?
Okay.
Brian, do you recommend it? And your top 3.
I do not recommend this movie. Did nothing for me. I fell asleep during it. I'm going to go Con Air, The Rock, and City of Angels. No, I'm kidding. Con Air, The Rock, Face Off.
Face Off is good. I think I'm gonna recommend this. Cautiously recommend this.
Oh boy!
Just because
a nerd.
Yeah. Just because, like I said, the opening has Nick Cage just going so nutty. Like, I assume if you're watching a Nick Cage movie, that's what you're looking for.
Yeah.
And just like, and he's talking to the ring girl and lucky number 7, and she's gonna get him a job, and like he's yelling at the boxer.
Yeah.
And
There wasn't,
like, that was fun.
There wasn't enough of that for me.
It's only like the first 20, 30 minutes.
Yeah. And it wasn't a long movie, but like an hour and a half.
No, yeah. I think it was a really short movie.
Yeah.
So yeah, I would cautiously that, or just like watch it until someone gets shot and be like, okay, I'm good. Stop it there.
Yeah, I could see. Yeah, just watching that part, just if you wanted just to see the craziness. Yeah.
Top 3. Vampire's Kiss, number 1. That's such a good movie. Good is subjective. The Rock, not Con Air. And I don't know. I like Firebirds and I like Face Off. For this episode, I'll say Face Off.
Oh,
wow.
So Vampire's Kiss, Face Off, The Rock.
Honey, the beer.
The beer. Yeah, it was.
Three
I
Floyds,
haven't-
Laser Snake.
I haven't had an IPA in a while.
Yeah, I feel like it's off for me.
Yeah, it was nice to actually have a change up. Like you said, there was something
At the end of it.
the end. I don't know really what it was, so I'd give it on tap a 3.25.
Twinsies.
Yeah. Well, if it didn't have that at the end thing, it would have been a 3.
I agree.
But yeah, something that little whatever it was.
Yeah.
So let's log that in.
Oh yeah, and if you watch this podcast and if you drink beer, follow us on Untapped.
Yes, we are on Untapped.
Yeah, 3.25 for me.
You can see all the great beers that we drink and consume.
Whoa.
Oh,
Like 2.5. Just
Man.
average.
Get all the old curmudgeon in there.
yeah, you are.
It's I'm not big. Well, I think I said this on one of the previous episodes. I'm not a huge, like, I like stouts.
Right.
Like, those are probably my
I'm
favorite.
the same way.
So like these IPAs, it's like it's nice for a change.
I
but
could
it's-
have got at the place I went, they had Dogfish Head Worldwide Stout, which is a really good stout.
I don't know if I've had that.
It's good, but for a bottle this size, so it was like $8.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say 17. I was like,
yeah. I thought, yeah.
But that one's also 18%.
Ooh, man.
holy shit.
It's quite some rubbing alcohol. Oh, it's gone.
I think that's everything. Next week we
8 millimeter.
8 millimeter. I know.
Oh, I'm so excited.
Yeah, I'm not doing.
Hold on.
What you took? Sorry. That's gonna do it for this episode.
Yeah.
I have to pee.
I have to pee.
Bye.
Yeah.
Hey, this is Brian.
Chris.
Brandon.
We really appreciate you guys checking out the podcast, and we just want to say the only way that we can get more people to hear us is if you suggest us, recommend us, find us on iTunes, rate us 5 stars as always, put a positive review, and hopefully we can put out plenty more content for you.